everyone, it's Pete here from the Pain Toolkit. I thought it'd be useful if I did a video about the recent back pain setback I've recently had, and I know lots of people out there get setbacks, and I just thought, well, I've had people ask me, can you do a video about what happened and how you got round it, etc. So I won't go into sort of a full-blown story, but in a nutshell, what happened about 5 weeks ago is I went down. I went to London, and even when I was going down on the train, I could feel my back being quite tight. I was doing a workshop down there for change pain, and I felt okay during the day, to be honest with you. But when I got home, I thought, well, this back pain still feels really tight, and wasn't quite sure what was happening. But I've had things like that before, and really never, I just think, well, as it's come, it will go, sort of thing. But the next day, it was still, it was still around. It was still, it was worse than ever, actually. And I was walking around it like a little old bloke, and to be honest with you, I look, like when you do, you walk around like you just crap yourself, sort of thing. So, thing is, that sort of took me by surprise. Is that I've never had pain like that for over 20 years. So just think everything got jammed up, around my lower back. I could feel it in my middle back and upper back, etc. And I guess on the Saturday morning, I wasn't quite sure what was going on. A little bit. I don't know if you probably know, but I've got prostate cancer, and the actual cancer is in my lower back. And so I was, having a little bit of fear thoughts, really thinking, is this the cancer sort of on the march, like, But I had a little bit of a gut feeling that it felt more muscular, like, So anyway, what I did was I started using my setback plan I got, and in the afternoon, and I pretty much found out that I needed to change it. I needed to tweak the setback. I was doing some stretching exercise and stuff like that. Just a little bit of heat and ice and things. And so I pretty much did that all over the weekend. And I got round to the Tuesday, and I thought I was I need to get back down to the gym, because I've always seen going down to the gym. I saw that seen that as a place of getting better, So I went down there on the Tuesday morning. It was pretty much okay, no problems really. I was just doing everything nice and gentle, nothing too crazy. I just cut everything back really simple, where I used to build on what I call the hamster wheel, the push bike. I used to build level 7, but I racked it right down to number 3. I just took it nice and steady, really. But when I come home, I thought, well, I feel okay, but as usual, that overachieving trait I've got still. I started, brushing down my shed from all the cobwebs and whatnot, and no matter the time, really, I could feel my back really tighten up again, So it's just overdoing, like, I should have come back, did a bit more stretching, take it steady, like, So as they said, live and learn. So it tightened up again, and from that Tuesday right round to the following weekend, it's pretty, it's trying to get it back on track, really. And I found that I just had to keep modifying all the stretches and exercising. I went on YouTube, and I sort of did searching for, I don't think I sciatica, but lower back stretches and stuff like that. And I found some useful stuff, and I found that really helpful. And by the Monday, my new, well, let's put it this way, that following week, I had work in Holland and also Germany, and I knew I wasn't going to make the Holland thing. Like, I just woke up pretty naff, really. So I set a goal, really, that I was to get myself better, really, for the German trip, which was to start the following Thursday through till the Sunday. I think coming back Sunday night. Did a talk at the German Pain Congress, and yeah, by the Monday, as I say, it was easing off again, like, and I didn't really bother going down the gym. I just kept at home, really doing my stretching, exercising, did a little bit of walking around and stuff like that, and yeah, fine. I think, tell a lie, I think I actually did go down the gym. I think might have been on a Wednesday, just to sort of giving myself a little bit of a test, really. But again, I even had the instead of even on number 3, I was doing number 1 on the push bike, and I did a lot of stretching and stuff like that. A little bit of walking up and down in the water and sitting in I called it the tub, like I think they called it a sauna. So it was about looking after Pete, really, and so my goal was to get off to Germany, and I'm pleased to say I did that on the Thursday. I flew out on the Thursday morning. I flew back on the Sunday night. So a lot of people say to me, "Well, what did you, what did you do?" And I said, "Well, I just had to keep modifying things. I had to pace myself, be kind to Pete, really, and I knew that as it's come, it will go." And a lot of positive self-talk and stuff like that. It was a few days I thought, is this ever going to go? But you just got to keep, have a serious word with yourself, which I did. And I'm pretty much over it now. A little bit of soreness on my right hand side of my back, but I know that will go. And so I've been down the gym. I think I was down here last week. I've just been really kind to myself, really, but I've been up in my game again. Down the gym, I'm not actually back to where I was before the setback. So what caused it? It wasn't just one thing. I think it was several things, really. I think, as you know, I've been doing loads of travelling this year. Quite a few trips abroad. I did the New Zealand trip, and but also I've been working up in Lincolnshire. So I was at travelling, hanging around at 4 trains to get to Lincolnshire, 4 trains back, and stopping over and whatnot. So I think a bit of a combination, really. And although you get some really nice bedrooms, rooms in a hotel, they're not like your living room, really, where you can really do a lot of good stretching and whatnot. So I think a little bit of a combination of all the travelling I've been doing this year, and also I've been doing before the setback, I was doing some new stuff down the gym, some new types of exercises, and I don't think I was really good to myself, really. I didn't warm up those muscles as I should have done. So a little bit of a combination of travelling, not warming up properly and things like that. So that's pretty much where we are, really. I'm just sort of getting over it now. In a way, I was doing a little bit of experiment on myself as well, because back in the day, when I had pain like that, I took loads of meds and whatnot. But as you know, I haven't really taken any meds since, I haven't taken any meds since '97. So I wanted to see if I can go over this setback without taking any meds, and I haven't. Now, I'm not saying that if you're going for a setback, you don't have to take any meds. Like, don't copy me. But for me, I just wanted to prove to myself that I can go over a setback without turning into any painkillers and whatnot. So there you go. So I'm not going to go on about it too much now. It's come, it's gone. I'll just get on with it, really. Main thing really is if us lot who live with pain, long-term pain, it's best that you have a plan. There's the video on the website. I think it's not sure what tool it is, but it's one of the back end of the tools. I think it's tool 10. Let me just check here. Let's get things right. Number 10, yeah, tool 10. Have a setback plan. If you're not sure how to do one, say look at the video on the website, or if you get stuck, give me a shout, and I'll send you the link. But also, don't forget, it's all about teamwork. Talk to your healthcare professional about putting a setback plan together with their help as well. So there you go. I hope everybody's well. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos now. As I say, one of the things I've learned about this setback is really that I need to do these more instead of. I want to be kind to Pete a bit more now, And I think for me in 2020, my plan is just that I do more this sort of stuff, videos, blog, podcasts, and whatnot. Try and cut down on the travelling and see what happens from there. So doing, I say, all the workshops now are on. I do it via Zoom, so they're online. So you guys don't have to travel. I don't have to travel, and so the winner there is the environment. You know, we had to have it. What do they call it? The footprint. I can't think of the carbon footprint. They call it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going on too much now. I hope everybody's groovy, and if you're watching in the morning, have a great morning. Watching in the afternoon, have a fantastic afternoon, and if you're watching this in the evening, have a nice evening. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care now. Ciao.